Alright, so I put up a couple of polls to see what video comparisons you guys wanted to see the Galaxy Z Fold 7 up against, and the predominant answer across two different polls was that you guys wanted to see it up against the Galaxy S25 Ultra. And if I had to guess, it's less so much so about which one is like strictly better than the other one, but more so which one of these is more feasibly and likely and practically and effectively going to fit into your lifestyle the way that you want and need it to on a day-to-day basis, right? Because if you just wanted a phone to answer your texts, phone calls, and maybe check some emails, then you would have gotten any other phone on the market. But you clicked on this video specifically to see these two phones up against each other. And so what I'm going to do for you guys here today, in as concisely a manner as possible, just kind of sit down with you, break down the pros and cons of both of these, and which one's more than likely going to accentuate your personal lifestyle the best. So if you guys are new here, my name is Dave, and this is where tech meets lifestyle. And I'm gonna be super transparent with you guys and let you know which one of these two is my personal pick and the one that I'd have in my pocket every single day for a long list of reasons that we'll get to in this video. And that's going to be the Galaxy Z Fold 7. And no, not because this one just came out, because the Z Fold 6, even though not a perfect phone or device by any means, checked off a lot of boxes that I personally needed, and this ups the ante in a lot of different ways. But although this is my personal pick, I'm going to be super objective with you guys, like with everything here on the channel. And I'm actually going to start by letting you guys know the big reasons that the 25 Ultra is actually better than the Z Fold 7. First is going to be battery life. This is a phone that I can take off of the charger when I wake up in the morning at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and flat out I can just go my entire day really comfortably. I can do all of the texts and the phone calls and the emails and play games, do some social media, do lighter types of multitasking, right? Because this is capable of doing those things. And I can get to the end of my day and know that this is probably still going to have some juice before I need to plug it in. The Z Fold 7, even though I love folding phones, and I am getting better battery life on this than over on the Z Fold 6, the battery life just does not hold a candle to the 25 Ultra. Another thing the S25 Ultra flat out just does better is the fact that it has, the S Pen. I know for a lot of people, the S Pen is not a game breaker or a non-starter if it is or isn't there. But I could definitely say, for me at least, on a day-to-day basis, having an S Pen not only built into the phone, but also tangibly usable on the device is a really, really nice plus. In my work as a therapist, having that kind of pen there is great for times when, if I forgot my notepad to bring into the session, I can use this as the notepad. And there are times when I need the client to sign off on paperwork for like confidentiality things, HIPAA, and those types of documents, and being able to pull out my phone and use it as a signing pad with an S Pen built in is just like a kind of accessibility that's really unique and tangibly helpful on a day-to-day basis. And not only are you not getting that built into the Galaxy Fold 7, this no longer is actually compatible with the S Pen at all. And although I do have like this third-party pen here, it's just not the same, if I'm being honest. It does work. It does work for jotting down notes, doing math, and all of those things. But in terms of like the functionality that you were getting out of your S Pen with all of the special software features just built into the S Pen, you're not getting any of that over here on the Galaxy Fold 7. I personally can overlook that because of the other things that we'll talk about a little bit later, but definitely a bummer. And with a phone screen this immersive, I know firsthand how easy it can be to get sucked in and isolate. And as a therapist, I know how important it is to have someone to hear you, to discuss your traumas and your stressors with, because not having that kind of support system can lead us into a dark place that's hard to climb out of. But unfortunately, it can be kind of hard to find a therapist who fits you. Thankfully, today's sponsor, BetterHelp, is a platform that offers you a curated selection of tools to help you find a therapist that best fits your needs. They have a questionnaire that will ask you your history, experiences, preferences, and align you with a roster of therapists who are likely to be a good fit for you. And a huge benefit of BetterHelp is the convenience it provides you, as you can communicate with your therapist at the times and places that are most convenient for you. Via phone call, video chat, text message, from the comfort of your home, in your car, at a park. Wherever you decide, it's really up to you. So if you're finding yourself on hard times and looking for some better help, go to betterhelp.com/DavidVelez for 10% off of your first month. And I'll also have links in the description down below for you guys. And then it's going to be the cameras. And really, honestly, I mean, the Z Fold 7 actually did get that 200 megapixel wide lens that you are getting over here on the S25 Ultra also. So for those of you who really like to take those landscape shots and have a lot of detailed information retained in your pictures, you're getting that over here on the Z Fold 7. Also, 8K video, you're getting log format video, those global improvements to like HDR rendering and all of those things. Samsung actually did do quite a good job making some improvements here to the photo and video experience that you're getting on the Z Fold 7. But the S25 Ultra certainly pulls away still because it has better dedicated telephoto lenses that are just going to take significantly better zoom pictures than what you're getting over here on the Z Fold 7. And honestly, that's one of those things that's not even debatable. Flat out, if you just want better zoom pictures, you're gonna wanna pick up the S25 Ultra. And yet, with all of those things I just laid out, I still find myself on a day-to-day basis just flat out preferring the Galaxy Z Fold 7 for a number of different reasons. And of course, one of those reasons is going to be that massive 8-inch display on the inside. No matter how you slice it, this thing is just an amazing viewing experience for everything. Whether you're on social media, going through emails, texting people, whether you're watching videos or shorts, playing games on this 8-inch display, 100% I'm taking this every single time over the smaller display over here on the S25 Ultra. And additionally, that larger display is amazing for all of the multitasking. I mean, being able to have 3 different windows concurrently on your screen at one time, being able to reorient them any way that you want. I'm gonna give you guys an example. My fiance and I are actually getting married at the end of August, and anytime that I need to pull out like our Google Doc or Excel sheets to refer to different information and then open up, I don't know, say Chrome at the same time, or open up a texting window and dragging things over from say the browser or Google Docs into the texting window with this large display is amazing every single time and is immensely complimentary and makes all of those processes just like seamless and super smooth. Another big advantage, right, as I mentioned, is that there's no specific S Pen compatibility with the Z Fold 7. Well, this display is large enough that if I'm in a session with a client and I need them to sign on something, this is a big, beautiful signing pad. And it's so big, in fact, that if you need to use your finger as a signing pad, you absolutely can. And the screen registration for your finger input is incredibly precise, so you're not really having a problem that way. Or if you want to use that pen that I showed you guys earlier, that is absolutely an option as well. And so for me, having the larger display, having a mini tablet to show them those different documents for like HIPAA rights, confidentiality, and all of those things on this larger display is just better. This larger display is great for when I need an additional monitor, for when I'm viewing my camera. Really, the reasons that that tablet display on the inside is better are like near limitless. It's of course going to vary from person to person, and if you're someone that doesn't really care about all of that screen real estate, then this point's going to be moot. But for me personally, it makes a massive difference every single time I pick this up. So much so that the Galaxy Fold 6 had really bad battery life, and I was willing to overlook really bad battery life to use that folding form factor every single day because of how complementary it is to my personal lifestyle. And the battery life on this is better than on the Z Fold 6 so far. And so for me, that's definitely a win. And here's that front display difference for you guys, just so you can see. What I can say is that the Z Fold 7's front display has definitely gotten a nice improvement on the front side. A lot of the time, I'm using it just like this because they did such a great job of making this feel like just a normal phone on the front side. It no longer feels like a folding phone trying to cosplay as a normal slab phone. So that's definitely been a big improvement. Something really important to consider in the midst of all of this is pricing, right? I mean, this is a $2,000 phone. No matter how you slice it, this is a hefty investment to make for a phone, right? And for $2,000, you could conceivably get a Galaxy S25 Plus or Ultra with like the lower configurations alongside a Galaxy Tab and a Galaxy Watch and have a nice cohesive ecosystem package for the price that you're getting with just the Galaxy Fold 7. And I can't lie, right? Like for me personally, this is one of those things like I love the Fold 7 a ton, but also it would feel irresponsible of me to flat out just tell you guys to drop everything and blow your entire bank account and pick up the Fold 7. If you have the expendable income, you ask me, this is flat out the one to get, right? And so that's definitely something to consider for you guys. It would feel super irresponsible to not mention that at all. If you have the money to blow, I feel like this is just like an amazing, well-rounded product all around. And if you ask me, I really feel like the biggest things would just be not having great telephoto zoom like you have on the 25 Ultra, and then battery life can be an all-day battery if you're not pushing it like super duper hard, but you can definitely get there. I've had days where I get back home at like 10, 10:30, 11 p.m. at night, and this still has like 10% battery left roughly. And those are days when I'm using it for a lot more of the basic things, right? Using it more for like texting, social media, maybe a couple of pictures throughout the day, phone calls, emails, and stuff like that. But if you want a heavier use phone that you know you're going to be on a ton and want it to reliably get you to the end of the day more often, then the S25 Ultra is definitely going to be the way to go. But by virtue of me being a human, I definitely missed a couple of things you guys are probably wondering about, so please let me know. But otherwise, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more tech content and reviews like this here on the channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for stopping by and hanging out. I wish you a fantastic remainder of your day, afternoon, or night, depending on the time as you are watching this. And as always, peace, love, adios, bye guys, and have a great day.